Hey everybody, we're back. Backstreet's back. All right. Welcome back to the BOOshakalaka podcast. This is Tiffany Joan with Pierre.
Backstreet's back. All right.
I can't top that. You win.
Thank you. I mean, what do I win? What's my consolation prize?
Great skin for the next 40 years.
I can work with that. Not a problem. But guys, we're here for a movie about people with not good skin. The people under the stairs. There's several people in this movie that, due to circumstances, do not have great skin. Mm-hmm. Synopsis: a young boy enters his landlord's mysterious home and uncovers a terrifying secret hidden within its walls. That's about half of the plot. There's reasons why he goes into the house that we will get into, but we can go ahead and get it started. People under the stairs. Wes Craven.
I was very surprised that Wes Craven directed this movie.
Why? Because there are black people in it?
Yes. So we start this movie off at Big Mama's deathbed. And
is not dead.
She's dying of cancer and she can't afford to get treatment. So she has her daughter, don't know her name, some Afro-Latina, and Poindexter, her son. But they call him Fool. And we have to do better.
Well, it's because she's a tarot reader, and every time she reads the cards for him, she always gets the Fool card. And he does very foolish things here, but
the whole movie,
he's a good kid though. All in all, he has good morals.
Okay, good kid. I'm like, I immediately, because one thing I can spy is a badass child. But
okay, Winnie.
But I hate you so much. I just so yeah, and they're about to be evicted. Now, this is what I understand the plot, but I'm saying when you start the movie and they're like, "Oh yeah, you backed up on rent. Oh yeah, and if you don't pay triple in a week, you get evicted." I'm like, triple? What is that?
I guess that might have been in the lease. Some illegal shit was probably going down. There's probably been so many housing laws that have come into effect since 1990, whatever this movie came out.
Yeah. So their friend, the family friend Leroy, is like, is Ving Rhames. So he like,
Ving Rhames always come in movies trying to tell kids what to do. He did it in Holiday Heart. He did it in Baby Boy. He did it in this one.
Anyway, girl, enough about parades and closets and things, okay? But what you need is to stop sitting around here trying to blame everybody for your problems.
Like, the first scene with him, he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah,
he was
but it didn't take too long. It didn't take too long.
He gave the background of why the house was foreclosing. Yeah. Or I'm sorry, not foreclosing, that they were losing it. And like you said, triple the rent. He's like, this is what we got to do to help it out. But you know what? He was softening Fool up for what he needed him to do next. I realized it a little later. So he was, if you got to do something. And then he's like, I don't know what you're going to do. But in the back of his mind, he knew what the plan was. Yeah. Even though the plan was flawed.
Classic manipulation. It was 90s manipulation. I remember the episode of Hey Arnold when the older guy was really nice to him. And he was like, buying him stuff. And it's because Arnold's head was a football shape and they needed to get into a football shaped window to break into a place. So it's like,
no, let go of me. I won't do it. Oh yeah, watch this.
There you go.
So basically,
sounds right.
Ving Rhames come with that deep ass voice, saying, hey, so your landlords have a coin collection. They're supposed to have this coin collection. It's supposed to be worth a lot of money. And so if you help me break in, you'll have enough money to, help get your grandma treatment. Is it grandma or mama?
His mom.
Okay, yeah, your mom treatment for her cancer. And then you'll be able to pay the rent and, all these things. Like your life will be greater.
Really, truly. If they get that gold coins, they need to move the fuck out of that place.
Like, why would I still be?
It was disgusting. It was disgusting, guys. It was gross.
Like, why would I still be
bad?
And
I'm going somewhere else.
This is when things start taking a turn because Ving Rhames got to put his hands on the sister and he's snatching her up, and I'm like, he pushing the boy. I'm like, sir, if you're a family friend, why are you putting your hands on me in an aggressive way like this?
He's a very typecast actor.
Yeah, he's punched Jody.
Listen, baby boy.
Well, I think people don't think that because of Holiday Heart. Because they're like, oh, this was so much different, I hate you so. This was so much different.
Okay,
than his
more
usual...
often than not.
No, I'm
he
agreeing
is
with
a
you. I'm
bad
just
guy.
saying, I think that's why people don't see it. Because even with the Expendables, like, he's always been that tough. He's like, he's a black Arnold Schwarzenegger, blowing shit up and beating people up.
Right.
But because he was beating people up at House of Heart. But yeah, so he is very aggressive with them. So it's almost felt like forceful. But the boy is optimistic and he really wants to help his mom. And kids, they love their mama. So it was gonna happen. So after he done beating up on him and his sister, him and his friend Spencer, they get in this truck in this pedophile van. Now they do have uniforms. They have these like, worker uniforms. I think it's like construction gas. Oh yeah, gas. Now beforehand, they do send Fool. I hate calling him that because Poindexter is a cool name, but he does go try to sell them chocolate bars. He goes, I guess, what do they call it? I just heard it's not staking out, but it's like a casing, like casing the joint. Like he in the backyard, and the woman is like, "What the hell you doing back here? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" He like, "Look, I'm just trying to tell you some chocolate. I don't got no chocolate on me, but I'm trying to sell you some chocolate."
He did have one bar. He had one bar in that big old bag.
And he like, well, can I use the bathroom? She's like, no, she wouldn't even let him on the porch. Now, initially, I just thought it was racism. Because, it's like, that ghetto, the ghetto.
I mean, I initially thought it was just soliciting, like, get out of here. But then we do find out. We get to the bottom of these of mommy and daddy, aka the Robesons.
Yeah, they're already very weird. Like they punish their punish their daughter at the beginning of the movie because she fed some guy food, and their dynamic with the daughter, and we're gonna get into it later, but it creeped me out. It literally was taking me out the movie because like the way the mom gets on it and she tells the dad to come in and abuse. I mean, the way he just throws on the bed, it's just certain things. I'd be like, I just got perved from him.
I'll help you break that down.
Okay, because it was very pervy.
I got it too. I got it too.
So he comes back. He like, they won't let me in. They don't want no Negro on their steps. So then they send Spencer.
Spencer sends himself. He dresses up in his gas uniform. He goes up and he says, "I need to check the meter." She says, "The meter's outside. Just pass." He said, "No, I need to check the inside meter." And she was like, "Oh, okay, come on in." Like, you think I'm an idiot? You thought I was feeling you?
You thought I just fell out of a coconut tree?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
But then you have thieves that have the thief is the, what is it?
Bandit? The wet bandit?
No, the thief of envy, whatever. He thinks that, what's his name? Leroy thinks that Spencer is going to go in and take all the money for himself because they see mommy driving away. Mm-hmm. So mommy just leaves and drives away.
Like,
and I don't know why. I don't know why his mind went there. Like I would have went.
Like they're trying to cut me out of the deal.
In trouble. Yeah, because he went. Spencer goes into the house. They see him go into the house. They see him close the door, and then mommy drives away like 10 minutes later. So he's like, "Well, he's not going to cut us out of the deal, fool. Me and you're going to go in." And for some reason, he drives his van into their driveway. I thought that was literally the dumbest thing the entire movie.
The wet bandit.
Because they were parked like 3 or 4 houses down. They could have just ran up to the house.
Yeah, it would have been more covert.
That made no. I was just sitting here, as an adult, like, what?
Maybe they thought it was going to be a quick in and out. But I mean, even then, I hate bad criminals. Like, come on now.
I mean, because they obviously, if you don't really stake, you remember what happened in Dead Heist? You got to stake the place out, like you said, case the joint. So Fool and Leroy go in and get attacked by a Rottweiler. Rottweiler was not playing no games.
Or like it came after the child. It came after him. It was a lot going on with this dog. Like,
but it was so funny though because you can kind of see them cueing the dog up to start barking because there are a lot of times the dog would be like, like you can see obviously, but the dog was really cute when it was like, "Oh, I'm waiting on my cue."
Well, that's
director. What am I doing?
Yeah, that's an editing.
What's my motivation?
You were supposed to take that out.
Definitely. But Fool and Leroy are searching the premises, and Fool finds Spencer's body,
the dead body,
and
he's scared to death. Like he's pale. He's just like ah, like
disgusting.
Yeah, and he's such a sweet kid because he's like, "I'm gonna get you out of here, man." Like the dialogue in this movie, he's like, "I'm gonna get you out of here, man. Come on, man. Come on." They get because him and Leroy are split up at this point, but he's like, "I'm gonna get on," and then he gets attacked by these things coming out of the walls. And when
I mean,
say
they're
attacked
humans.
lightly, I say
They're
attacked
humans.
lightly, but they're like very pale human beings, and they're like this. And I'm so glad to know that this like movie gave Hills Have Eyes. Like, oh, this movie gave a lot of movies, but Hills Have Eyes was the main thing I was thinking. And you know, he runs, he goes upstairs. Now, let me tell you something. You wouldn't have got me with this. So the stairs in the basement have a mechanism where they'll go from stairs to like a slide. And he ran all the way up, and they came and they turned on, and he slid. I was like, you wasn't gonna catch me. I was gonna jump. I was gonna you wasn't gonna do it. Wasn't gonna happen. You wasn't gonna catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. It's not gonna happen. So no, I don't fall for it. Now, the Robesons do come back. And at this point, when they come back, the police are there because the van is in front of their house, and they're like, we don't know where this van came from. What y'all doing? And they're like, oh, well, this was involved in a robbery at a liquor store the night before. And, you know, they tell them like, oh, well, this guy came, but, you know, he didn't really come in. You know, he walked away. That's you're lying. You're evil. You're lying. Why did you just lie to police? When do white people lie to police? And they and the police are just like, okay, we'll keep an eye out. You know, I don't think they even towed the truck. But
no,
like, they just leave the truck there.
It eventually does get towed because we don't see it a little later in the movie.
Right, but they just leave it there. And so the Robesons go through it and they see the worker uniform and they're like, oh wait, there's this guy. There's two guys, and then there's a child. There's a one for a kid, and it's like a boy's in the house. So they know now. They know at least.
Well, no, they see. So Fool has on like a Boy Scouts uniform when he goes to try to sell the candy. So mommy sees the Boy Scouts uniform, so she knows exactly who else is in this house. She knows who's in the house. Well, I think she's just like, I know it's one other person because I done killed Spencer's ass. So one down, two to go.
Now, this is when this movie really lasted longer than it should have. This long chase scene begins in this house.
Which is why we could just zoom by it, which is perfect for our review.
But it was just so many chase scenes and so many I'm in the same place because it's clearly was
so
a
many
small
nooks
set.
and crannies because they're going in the house, but they're also going inside the walls of the house.
Yeah, and they're trying to. Leroy and Fool are trying to escape. The other two are trying to find them. Now they get attacked by this dog again, and it latches onto Leroy's arm like a mother. Now they try to go out the front door, like smart. I'm gonna give them this. Every time we have a review, we always have to come back to something Tiffany said before. They did try to get out of the window. Leroy did try to break the window. The window was unbreakable. They never explained why, but it was unbreakable
because they were keeping everybody in. The only windows that you can get out of was the one that they came in, which is by the back door. But the dog was in there, so they wasn't going to go back there. But I'm like, we got 4 arms, and the dog got 4 legs. Let's work. Like, let's do what we got.
I don't know, because when them Rottweilers latch on, But
poke them in the booty hole.
They try to go out of the front door, and Fool gets shocked. Like he gets zapped, like the little boy in Jurassic Park. Pow!
1, 2.
So, I don't know how this little boy was surviving these shocks. I'm gonna imagine that it wasn't that high voltage, but I feel like his heart would have stopped. So as the dog is literally latching on, like Leroy is bleeding out of his hand. So the Fool decides he gets this grand idea, you know, this Freddy died by fire, Jason died by water. How can we use that? So he pulls Leroy to the front door. Mind you, when a dog is pulling one way and you're pulling another way, your skin is ripping. So he pulls him to the front door, and then the Fool grabs the handle, and the shock goes through both of them, and it electrocutes the dog.
Kind of like a human centipede.
Ew.
Yes, and then they break up. I hated, like, Leroy was a punk. Leroy was a punk. I had to correct my vernacular, punk with the U and K, because he was scary. Him and Fool run upstairs, and he goes and hides somewhere. He's like, Fool, you got to find your own hiding space. And kicks the little boy out. Fool is like 13, y'all, maybe 11. He is very young. He might be like 11.
I thought it was 10, but that.
No, he was a little older than that. Like, maybe he was preteen. Let's put preteen. So he was like,
I didn't like that.
10, 11, 12.
I did not like how he was treating this little boy.
To the curb, and that's why he gets what's happening to him. So Fool went and hid in the area, and he sees something kind of open up a little grate down there, and he's too scared to go in. And then mommy and daddy come upstairs, or daddy comes upstairs. Daddy shoots Leroy dead and kicks his ass
multiple
down
times.
And mommy pulls out her pom poms and starts cheering. You got him. You got that black bastard. They're very racist. They do say a lot of racist things. They want to clean their neighborhood up. Only clean people allowed when their house is the dirtiest one on the fucking on the block.
Yeah. And
call is coming from inside the house.
They don't even just kill him. They like start skinning this man, pulling his organs out, and then they're eating him. Daddy's eating him downstairs. Like I was like, now that was a good effect, or a good corpse, whatever. Like it looked gross, and I was like, oh my god, please get this off the screen. It was just all like bloody and nasty. But yeah, so
at this part, this is where Fool is running through the house and he sees a little girl in a white dress, and I would have been like, the grudge. But no, it's Alice. And Alice invites him into the bathroom, and she's like, you got to go in this little spot right here inside the walls. She's like, it's people in there, but you pick your poison. You either want daddy to shoot you, or you want these people in the wall that you ain't seen to kill you. Pick one. Hell no, I ain't going up in there. And then another like chase scene, another back and forth with daddy and Fool. Alice dips.
Yeah.
Alice gets the fuck out of there. Daddy notices Fool in the bathroom. He blows a hole through the wall. Fool hits him with the top of a toilet lid. And I'm like, Fool, keep hitting him, baby. Keep hitting him. Fool.
He had a
these people. So you would think these people were dumb.
Yeah.
He was knocking them left and fucking right. And then at that point, he was like, okay, I got to do something. So daddy comes in to try to fight him. And then the medicine cabinet opens up, and this pale guy with brown teeth is like, and pulls Fool in there. And daddy can't reach him.
You come in here and I'm gonna kick your ass.
And Fool is like, okay, I guess this is a better alternative.
Yeah. So he's rescued by Roach. We just went through this. I can't think of the movie. Demon Knight. With the character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Roach he has had his tongue cut out.
That's why I was
because Mommy and Daddy are also oddly do it again. Are also oddly religious. So they have this hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil thing. And so Roach spoke evil when he said, help me, help, it's happening. And they cut out his tongue. But yeah, he looks as best as he gonna look in life. So he's helping Fool like navigate, try to get out, try to escape. Daddy come in and he like shoots at them. They went to Alice's room. And he's like, hey, she's like, okay, well, you can only get out through this. She's telling him how to escape. Daddy busting through the door. Boom, boom, boom. Shoot, shoot, shoot. It almost felt like he was trying to, because he came in the room and he got on the suit from American Horror Story, that tight black suit.
It's a gimp suit.
Like, but why?
It was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas too.
But it's like it's morning at this point. Why do you have daytime, but why do you have this on? He only puts it on when he's about to shoot somebody. But
it make me feel good.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Good. He just be coming in the room and rubbing on himself when he around that girl. It just was weird.
It wasn't weird. You knew what was there. You knew what it was. They never showed it, but it was implied, especially in the end, and I will get to it. But yes, so he comes in and Fool and Roach escape. Alice wasn't too lucky, and Mommy said, "Oh, he's been touching you." Like she's like Carrie's mom at this moment. And she makes that baby
exactly like Carrie.
And she throws that baby. Alice is like maybe 12 as well. She's around the same age as Fool. She throws her into like the hottest bath ever to basically wash the sins away. And you see Alice screaming, trying to get out. And I was like, oh, this feels hot to me. Like,
it was like the steam was coming off. Like it was hot.
It was crazy,
Grab yourself! The fires of hell are hotter!
How they it was just crazy how they did that. But they wash Alice off and they throw her in the bedroom, like
after they make her clean up Leroy's blood. I was like, that was a big flood of blood. And I'm like, how can I clean this up with one bucket of water? Certain things make me like just give up on life.
Don't. It's just gonna be red. You don't. That's what you don't do that, okay? But Fool and Roach still running through the house, escaping. Daddy coming in to try to get him. Pow, 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 and he does. Pow, pow, Roach. He shoots Roach.
This part confused me though,
how?
because initially when Roach comes in and Fool is happy to see him, he like playing with the corpse, and I'm like, if you're mortally wounded by a gunshot, why are you playing? We don't have time for this.
Adrenaline. It's always going to be my answer. But he's able to show Roach the way up to the attic, to try to get out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Roach makes it up there. Fool makes it up there. We see Roach die. R.I.P. Roach. He helped. He did the best he could do. He needed to live.
He died so early in this,
but
movie.
He didn't.
He
does. He very early. I had to look at the first time. I was like, wait a minute.
I needed you for the rest of the hour.
I needed you to be a bigger meat shield later in the movie. You're exactly right. Right before he tells him where to go, he gives him the bag of gold. Because Roach was like, somebody gonna have to use these. He gives him the bag of gold, and he's able to get up to the roof. Hello, Denzel. He goes up to the roof, and Alex comes. Not roof. I'm sorry. Attic. And Rose. Who is Rose?
Alice.
Alice comes up to the attic with Fool. Yes, and Fool's like, look, we can slide right here off the side of the roof because there's a little pond right here I saw when I was trying to sell that chocolate bar that lady ain't want. Alice is just too scared because I think
and that's when I would have left. I would have left.
Is it agoraphobia?
Yeah, because she was like, I've never been to the outside world. And all right, either I'm going to knock you out and carry you out, or you're going to stay here. I don't have time for this. It's a very
he didn't have a
situation.
choice. He tried to get her out, but Daddy came up and he started shooting. Fool was like, gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. And he slides off. He splashes in the water. Daddy tries to shoot him, and Fool escapes.
Yes. He returns home, and baby, Bill Cobb's his granddaddy. R.I.P. And he he got to do his voice is so scary to me. Ever since I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, I hate hearing his voice. But he's basically like,
Estes.
Yes.
Brasilia.
Oh my God, it scares me.
Brasilia.
Julie, watch out!
That's the capital of Brazil. Not real.
But he's basically counting the coins, and he's like, oh, well, with this amount of coins, you'll be able to pay rent for 10 years. And you'll be able to
be able to go buy a house.
I don't know why we're still paying rent to these people in this neighborhood. But
it is the grossest place. It's just so bad. One more thing I did forget to mention. Roach begged. He wrote a note to Fool and said, please save Alice. He did write him a note for that. And that was, this is why we get to the final act of the movie.
Because they were friends. And he also tells him that he's going to be able to get his mom treatment. So he's very happy about that. And, he's sitting there talking with his sister, but he's like, they're giving him all this kudos and like, but don't do nothing crazy. He's like, I'm not going to do nothing crazy. So what he do? He run to a payphone and call these children running out late at night like this. He runs to the payphone and called the police and say, hey, there's child abuse going on at this residence, at the Roberson's residence. So while the police are getting there, they look through all the house and, you know how it turned on. Officers, come on in, get some cookies. You want some milk, some tea? You need back rub. You need the happy ending.
Little jokey jokes, a bunch of jokey jokes. All
and
throughout the house.
It's a lot of police there. I was like, what? Why are there police in every room for a child abuse thing?
Because they probably said, oh, white people live here. Let's go.
They compliment them. Yeah, they compliment the furniture and everything. It's like a family reunion when they call the cops. So, now they do. One cop does do one smart thing. He's like, hey, chief, come take a look at this. They said they didn't have any children. They say we don't got no children, but they got Alice's room. They like, oh, girl, our daughter went away,
And that is not what somebody who has kids would say if their kids died.
Oh, yeah, we don't have kids. Yeah.
They would just be like, my kid. If somebody said, do you have any kids? They'd be like, my kid passed away. That would be what they would be saying. They wouldn't say, no, I don't have any kids. Oh, oops. Yeah, she died, but we left her room like this. They would not do that. That's what I'm just trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, the police leave. Now, the whole point of him doing that was so he could sneak into the back door. Really, it was basically a ruse to get him in the house.
Because he knew, he's a fool. He do some foolish, he does foolish things, but he's not an idiot. He knew that they were going to hide her because they hid they've literally hidden like 10 people in the basement. They have nooks and he's been in all the nooks and crannies too. So he knows they weren't going to be able to find Alice.
I do have one.
Yeah.
one little thing.
What?
Because just even through the chase scenes and Leroy, they were screaming a lot. And it just seems like this house, I understand it looks big, but I feel like I could hear them screaming. You know what I mean? There's a lot of talking.
But every time they screamed, Alice would shut him up, or Roach would shut him up. It wouldn't be like a continuous scream. It'd be like, ah! And it's kind of hard to kind of find just one ah. You know,
okay,
so
because I just be like, they be talking a lot, and I'm like, you don't hear.
Yeah, I don't think
house
so.
creaks, but
I don't think so.
He goes and he's like, Alice. Well, they got Alice up in the basement, and she all
damsel in
up.
distress.
Yeah, so he come and he knock it down. Now, Daddy does come in and he's rubbing on his crotch and shit, and
this is it.
But then Mommy is like, "Come on, put me to bed."
So she's literally jealous of the whatever Daddy and Alice have going on.
I don't like this.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh wait, we almost.
Grandpa, thank you, because Grandpa was at the table spilling tea like Wendy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So
literally, it was piping hot.
I am up to here with information.
Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics.
So Grandpa said, damn. Grandpa was like, girl. So the tea is this family is greedy and they got their fortune by selling expensive coffins. I mean, cheap coffins. Selling cheap coffins for expensive prices. And then they got into real estate and they started just buying up stuff, gentrifying the neighborhoods, up in the rent. That's why triple the rent, all that kind of stuff. That's how they got rich. And every year every generation, they became more and more unhinged. They're inbred. He's like, that's not even a mom and daddy. They brother and sister down there. So he let all the tea out. That's Fool was like,
brother and sister. So that's not even a child.
Right. And he tells Alice that he's like, that's not your parents. Like they stole you. So they have kidnapped all these kids like Hugh came and put them in this house. Now, what their goal was, I don't really know. Like,
I think they wanted to make obedient children.
And when they were disobedient,
and I think that the other, yeah,
that's terrible.
It went from then. It went to cannibalism. Yep, that's what I really think happened because I couldn't think of anything else.
I mean, they weren't feeding them, so they had to eat something.
Right, they were eating people. Alice and Fool leave, and yes, I'm sorry. Alice and Fool leave, and they're in the passageways, and Daddy hears them in there, so he's like, "Oh shit, he's back." He takes Prince, which is the Rottweiler, and lets him into the walls. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm done." Prince, go in there and do what you got to do. And then Daddy gets a fucking bayonet, or is it just a sword? Close enough. Let's just go with the bayonet. That's what it looked like to me. So he finds the area where the kids are holed up. I'm just gonna say kids because their names are killing me. He finds the area where the kids are holed up, and he is just stabbing the bayonet through the wall. And Prince is attacking Fool. Fool is like, I got it. He holds Prince ass up, and Daddy ends up stabbing Prince through the gut.
Right, you're done. You're gone. It's over.
He's cheering. He's like, "Woo! I got him!" And Mommy's like, "Prove it, because you said you got somebody earlier too. Prove it." He busts open the wall, and Prince just said, and then Mommy said, "You killed Prince! Ah, you mother lover, you."
So,
poor Prince.
Now
Prince, I can't blame Prince because he was trained to be like that.
Yeah. Now he does take Alice back up to the attic because they're gonna try to jump into the little pool and get away. And he's like, "Oh," she's like, "Oh no, baby. Once you left, he drained that and put broken glass down there. You can't get up there." So they go
like, how
on.
do you get enough broken glass to fill up?
I'm like, come. And within how long was Fool gone?
Probably like a day, or a day or two.
Okay, because so then they go on top of the roof and they're looking down in the chimney. I'm sorry. Now Daddy and Mommy doing some more freaky shit. Fool go in there. He do what they ask. When he walked in with the fire.
Well, he has a brick at this point.
Yeah, and he throws it down there. So now this part I didn't understand because like Daddy is shooting up the chimney. He throws the brick like he's Kevin from Home Alone, and then Daddy gets hit. And he drops the gun, but he drops the gun lower. I didn't know chimneys went lower. Like I thought that it stopped there. Because
think that it probably went to the
basement, but it's just
living
like
room?
I didn't know it went that low. And
I don't know. I've never owned a house. I don't know.
so Fool's plan is for them to now get into the chimney and go down further. And he tells Alice,
down the chimney.
Yeah, he tells Alice, "Hey, get through the back door. That's how I got in." And then
don't get stuck like old girl daddy from Gremlins.
That's not funny. That's not fun. Telling this sad ass story during Christmas time while I'm walking you home. Girl, get out of my face.
His arms loaded with presents. He was gonna surprise us. He slipped and broke his neck. Died instantly.
She killed the vibe.
Like, the whole vibe. Why take that out
of
the movie?
But so yeah, he lets her off in that room but see, that's why I don't understand the point. Because like mommy was still shooting at them while they were coming down the chimney. So how are y'all dodging these bullets? Whatever. But
they thought, I don't know. I guess she could have angled a gun right. Who knows? But yeah, like
but
you said,
Fool goes lower because trying to get the shotgun.
Yeah.
Now mommy and Alice go at it. They doing this whole like she's slapping her. She put like
this. She's like, "You're not my real mother."
Yeah. So Alice goes and hides again. Well, no, she doesn't. So knock, knock, knock. Who at the door? Afro-Latina princess.
Rosa.
So it's Fool's sister.
Rosa. Rosa sound good.
Rosa.
Maybe that's where I got Rose from.
Maybe Rosa. Maybe his name Rosa. If I look in her name and Rosa, I'm gonna scream. But yeah, she's at the door and she like, "Girl, I'm here to read you your rights." Like, and she's like, you've been gentrifying and you've been kicking all these people out and you been evicting us and da da da. So she like, "Girl, get the hell off my property." Slam. So then they get another knock on the door. It's Grandpa. "Oh no, you gonna let us finish? What y'all gonna do? Get the hell up out of here." So all the black people in town done rolled up, but they don't do what I need them to do, which is bum rush that damn door. They sitting like they scared to trespass. If y'all don't bring y'all ass here, and make it look like a murder suicide. But yeah, so they're all out there trying to distract mommy.
Her name was Ruby. I was close.
Okay, Ruby. There we go. Trying to distract mommy. Mommy ain't going for it. She still closed the doors. So with girl, go on. Well, I mean, Rosie does come. Well, Rosie and Grandpa do come in the house, but they immediately like they go. I don't know why Ruby went out, but she like stepped out just for a second. And they closed the door.
She like stepped her leg out and they pushed her out.
Yeah, yes, and then they locked it. And of course, Alice
they have like a control panel that can control the doors, the lights, and all that stuff. Like House on Haunted Hill. They think that they can do their big one, and they really are. But yes, Alice. This is where Alice goes and hides in the stove.
I don't know how the hell she was doing that. I really don't know how she was doing that.
I don't know. She's at the top of the stove fan thing. Yeah. That's what it is. Damn. I don't own a house.
Fool down there making friends with the children of the Black Lagoon. And they are so like even though they're scary and creepy, they're not cannibalizing him. So he's like, all right, one of them saves them and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you get out of here." And he like shows them like they see the dynamite. Well, they saw the dynamite way earlier, but there's dynamite all through the house. You said what?
Dynamite. That's what he said on Hoodwink. He said, "Oh, what's this? Dynamite." And he said, "Dynamite."
You in that movie will not make an appearance. You in that movie will
I'm
not
adding
make an appearance.
Hoodwink to the reviews.
Not scary.
For my birthday.
Horror.
Wow, that's nice and bright. What kind of candles are those?
Dynamite. Must be Italian.
Where's the candle?
It's not.
It is scary. It got some scary. We got some scary elements for my birthday. That's what we do. A Hoodwink.
Keith. But they and he finds more gold too. There's a bunch of gold. There's a bunch of like money down there. There's like deeds and stuff.
They worked with cash. They had them people pay them in cash. Is what it seemed like.
Yes. Now, well, let's do Alice first. Let's get Alice out the way. So Alice and Mommy do have a confrontation. Mommy got this big ass knife. Alice got nothing. So Alice does end up stabbing Mommy with the knife. And they have their big. She tries to kill her. All right. Pause. Well, I'm sorry. The fool has unleashed, or maybe they're just breaking out of the walls. I guess they're they had them contained in like the basement, but they're out. So now they're like in the walls and stuff. So they're busting out the walls. They all surround mommy. They kill her. Like they just slit her throat. It's over with. Like they like, girl, you ain't about to kill this girl.
We're not gonna play with you.
We're not playing with you.
They should have ate her alive, but we'll go with what you said.
Okay. But now this is where the fool loses me for the rest of the movie. So like I told y'all, there's money, there's gold, there's lots of information down there that we need if we want to not be able to get charged with a murder. And instead of doing any of that, he has the bomb ready. Daddy comes down there with the gun. He's about to shoot him. No, this is because fool be talking to these people crazy. He's like, I'm not playing with you, motherfucker. Like, fool really be trying, bro. Like, even earlier when he had the shotgun on him, he was like, make a move. He
had the one-liners.
He had the one-liners. He be trying with these old people. Now he tells him to put the gun down or he gonna blow this bitch up.
I mean, like a man. That's what he should have said.
He doesn't put the gun down. So he's like, you thought I was pussy? So he blows the bitch up. He sets off all this dynamite in the house with everyone still in the house. So fool didn't give a damn who survives. Because I'm like, sir, this is dynamite. Like this ain't grenades.
He
like,
literally hid behind a brick wall.
Shack attack. Now I need the tic tac.
Exactly.
So
I knew it was coming.
He blows up the house. And when I say he blows up the house, and all the money go flying out the chimney, and here go the black folks. Now they want to trespass, and now they get in the yard and start picking it up.
Woo!
And all the children and stuff, they like, sort of, make their way around. They're like, ooh, outside air, and they just start creeping through the neighborhood.
And I'm like, this is the worst scenario for them.
Yeah, well, they become crackheads.
If anything, they should have had their house still.
Yeah,
they could have lived in a house.
Right. They become the town crackheads. They just go off nobody says, hey, let me try to help you find your parents. They just go running off. We don't know what they're about to do. Probably go down to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. But in a real situation, you do realize that money would have blown up as well. Fool.
Well, not all of it.
I mean, but an explosion.
It seemed like it was like $1 trillion. It was so much money flying. It was so much. It was like confetti after a concert, and you're an ant. It was that much. It was that much money flowing. And then what I hated is then the movie just went off.
Yeah. Did he come out the house?
Who gonna take care of Alice? Alice can't read.
Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Ants.
Why did they make a sequel to that movie? I will hate them forever for that.
School for children who can't read good.
Why did they make a sequel to that movie? That was terrible.
Oh yeah, that sequel was bad. But yeah, that was the people under the stairs. I needed more at the ending and less chase scenes.
Yeah, they took forever. It's like they took forever to get there, and then it was like, all right, cut it.
And scene. But yeah, that was it. This movie came out in 1991, and I will say, I have to do a point something for this one because I started watching this and I was on my phone and I put my phone down. I was into it. So I'm going to give it a 3.5. I still enjoyed it. Fool was funny. Mommy and Daddy were sickening. They made my skin crawl. I like the maneuvering in the house, even though the passageways made the house seem like it was a mansion, but it definitely was like a 2-story Victorian.
It was a manor, so you better mind yours.
Oh, hate that. But yeah, I still enjoyed it. It drew me in. I was into it. I had seen it before when I was younger, and I remember it being scary when I was younger, but it clearly wasn't scary at all right now. But I liked it, and I'd seen it before. Pierre has not seen it, so what say you?
I'm gonna give it a 2.5 since we're doing halves.
Okay.
I'll give it a 2.
We gotta get a half. Yeah.
It wasn't that it was just a bad movie. I think they just wasted way too much time with all the running back and forth and running. I just like one chase scene is all we need. Just get to because they could have done way more with the cannibals and I don't know. I mean, it was 1991, so they wasn't gonna do flashbacks. They wasn't really gonna do any of that. But give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Like
you
the
could tell
setting
he
was
leading up to Scream.
Right. The settings were Fool's apartment, Mommy and Daddy house. That was it. It was very small production.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that will do it for 1991's People Under the Stairs. Come back with us next time. We will be reviewing 13 Ghosts. Not 1, not 2, but 13. I don't know if I like this movie. I feel like I've seen it before. I think I saw it in the movies. Like, that's the only time I've seen it.
Oh, this is
So
a cult classic.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen
this
this movie.
movie.
I'm not a part of this cult, and I will never be a part of any cult. So we will see how it goes. See you later. Bye.
Where did you hide it, Dan? Please be sure to send us your requests at BOOshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, BOOshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at BOOshakalakapodcast.